Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BizChicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today we are here with Coach Caren talking about bringing those profits in daily. She's here all the way from Toronto, Canada, and we are excited. Oh my goodness. And I want to give a shout out to my partner and friend, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And we want to thank everyone who's tuning in live and on the replay. We thank you for your attention as we talk about how to get your money straight. All right, now, what you got for us today, Coach?
Today we're talking about, do you deserve what you have? That's the discussion today.
God.
And guys, before any further, Merry Christmas. I got my three.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Okay, because, we're in the 18th and I am taking a break after this. So just letting you guys know, we're going to have a Merry Christmas. At least that's what his plan is. If you hear me a little husky, because I had a cold, so my throat is in and out, but we're working it, guys. We're working it.
Wow.
The reason we're talking about this subject is because we're talking about planning from October. We got into different things. We talk about enjoying it, giving, and all these wonderful things. And sometimes when you do all of that and you get everything ready, you might ask yourself if you deserve it. And not in the sense of, do I deserve it? The things you'll do and your behavior sometimes makes the statement of if you deserve it or not. And that comes from you sabotaging yourself, doing things you know you should be doing, not doing what you know you should be doing to move you forward. So sometimes you could stop and ask yourself the question, do I deserve it? And I'm telling you, you better be answering yes. But in the meantime, and if you don't, here's a few things. The question, do you deserve what you have?
Mm-hmm.
And who are you still trying to get approval from?
Oh.
And when will you not let that be so? Please,
Wow.
get those questions answered. Because those little sneaky things sneak up and stop your profitability, stop money coming in, and you don't even notice. Terry, I talk about the little lies that we tell ourselves.
Yes.
And when those little buggers start sneaking in, they don't start big, they start small. Very minute, so tiny, so micro that you don't even notice. And sometimes when you don't think you deserve something, you don't go as hard for it. You don't fight for it anymore. You relax in it. You relax in what you have. I'm not saying that you mustn't be contented, but I'm telling you, if things are not lining up how you want it to be a little discontented in that area. If your finances is not right, and I don't care who you're talking about, you know you deserve it more, do it. Do what you have to do to get you there. If your mind is not working right and it's always skipping over the other way that you don't want it to go, you need to work on bringing it back. This is important.
Okay. So the question is, do you deserve what you have? Is it, do you think you deserve what you have?
Do you think you deserve it? I say just deserve it. But you could say, do you think? Yes, because
this is all playing up. So let me augment this.
Yes, you could add the think, because
you know what I mean when
because I know it's that thinking process that throws you out. I too, I'm a person like tidiness and organization, and so I have to remind myself sometimes that yes, I can take care of that, but this business thing needs to get tended to. This email need to go out. This DM need to be sent, or whatever it is. I mean, when you're sick and you're not feeling well, take that time and rest too, because you deserve to rest. That's the other part. Okay, guys, you deserve to take time and rest. That's why I beg people to, people say self-care, but some people don't understand what that is. And sometimes rest is self-care. You don't got to go do your nails to get self-care, because you jump in the car, you're waiting on the tech, you're fussing yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. You're whining. And guys, every time we whine and stress, we're taking away something from ourselves, So this morning, my mom was talking, we were having breakfast and we were talking about it. Something she asked me, I said, it's not my concern. Like whatever's going on, and if somebody thinks something about me, I do not care. It is not my concern. That's your thought process. I am not going to worry myself about that because I can't change or
So don't get distracted by what other people think.
no. You get up there and you do. You know, a long time ago, my husband had brought it to the table and he says, Karen, you don't think about what people think about you. You truly, I said, truly, I don't. It is not my concern. I cannot be worried about what people are going to always think something about me. I don't have to.
And the good news is you're on their mind.
You know, I've been called highty tighty. I think I'm better than people. You name it, I've been called that. So, and
A lot of that goes with success. Um, and they're going to talk about you regardless. They're going to talk about you because you didn't make it or talk about you because you made it. So why not let them talk about you because you made it?
thank you very much, Terry. I like that. And that's what I was agreeing to. So when the girl was whatever, I'm like, okay. Because I still gonna do me. You know, you can complain over here, but I still gonna do me. And that's what you really have to understand. Because once you have this stuff planned and you're ready to go forward, those little lies gonna come in and doubt you. You can't make the sale. You can't sell. January is a hard month. People have no money left over. Like you, that's part of you not thinking you deserve what it is you're doing, guys. That is part of the parcel. What you have right now, you're deserving of it because you work hard for it. And
Yes.
work hard don't mean that you watch drudgery. You did your time earlier, maybe, and now you're not working as hard. I want because that was something that I had to deal with because I worked hard for so long. When I
Yes.
wasn't working as hard, I felt like I wasn't doing enough, and it wasn't true. And so, what I have right now, I'm not deserving of it. I had to go through the processes. This is a real thing, guys. And the more you build into your financial freedom, your financial success, it plays a little more heavier on you. People in money might not want to talk about it, but they feel just if you were the kind of person who felt losing money was hard, you felt even worse when more money comes your way. That's why when you lose money earlier on and you start figuring out your feelings around it and your acceptance of it, when more come, you feel better. You know, guys, Terry knows that I
Okay.
wrote a book called Little Dribbles, and I always talk about little monies bringing in, but also about little monies losing. When you lose your first set, when I lose my first big set of money, it was gut wrenching. When I lose the second set of money, I felt it too, but it wasn't as the first gut, the first uppercut. And then the third time around, my turnaround was faster because I was able to say,
Yes.
okay, I could,
Yes.
I could. I mean, I've lost 20,000, but I know how to make 20,000. That was the
And see, that's the difference. You know how to do it again.
yeah. And I said to myself, you've made. I didn't know the term at the time, but I learned it over time from reading Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know to make money out of thin air. You can take anything and turn it into money. And when that thought grabbed me, I was like, yes, I can. And of course, once you get excited, then you're faced with reality because I look around me and my environment at the time did not did not look like it, didn't feel like this was possible. And I had my son in private school at the time. I paid for a private car to take him back and forth. And I just lost all this money. And I was debating, like, what do I cut back? Where do I go? And it took a day or two. And I said, no, I'm not cutting back. I am going to go to the school and talk to the principal, the owner of the school at the time. And she was his godmother. And we had a good discussion about it. She's a businesswoman. So it was just nice, always, to have her to have chats with. And she's like, of course, Karen, you're going to figure that out. I know this. Do you want me to do a 3 months where we're not billing you and we just set it up that way? And I said, I'm not sure. She goes, while you're thinking about it, I'm going to put a pause on the 3 months. Let him get to school and
This
back.
is why we need to have conversations.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And this is why you need to treat people kind and you need to be.
Being polite, being courteous, none of this costs any money.
Nothing. It costs you nothing. And people appreciate that because And she know I respected her because even though it was my mom friend and his godmother, we respected each other businesses. And so she know I'm not gonna take advantage of her. There's the other thing, guys. You got friends, you sell to them, buy from them. Don't try to get a discount from them that you wouldn't get from somebody else.
Please stop. And I tell you, one of the places that's the worst are nonprofits and churches. They want it for free. They want you to donate it, but you had to pay to make it, and they will go and buy it from a stranger.
Yes.
It's just heartbreaking.
Very heartbreaking. Very, very heartbreaking. It's like they don't expect you to get by, but you still have to pay tithes and you still throw collection. Like, come on, guys. And you're looking after, when you see a need at church, you're looking after that need. How is that possible if you're not earning something from whatever you're doing?
Can you imagine being a florist and not getting the contracts for the weddings that are happening in your own church?
Girl, I am telling you, and it's happening so often, it's happened so often. So you look after that finance. You're deserving of it. You've worked hard. You've gotten it. Don't go giving it away. And when things happen and you're good to people, people are good to you. I promise you, people are good to you. You got to open them out and talk, though, because they wouldn't know if they don't know. So you got to go talk to them. All right. And number two, I covered there. I said, who are you still trying to get approval from? Now, this is so huge. This is so huge because you can want approval and don't know that you want it. And so you need to find out ask yourself who you have tried to impress most of your life, your whole life, part of your life, whatever that person is. And then if they're around, I want you to go ask them what they expected of you if you're having conversations with them. And you might get to find out that the things that the pressure you're putting on yourself, that's not what they expect of you. So you can clean that up. If the person has gone, passed on, and no longer here, write them a letter, burn it, get it out your mind. They're dead, okay? You can't impress them. They're dead. They're not coming back to find out about you. They are dead. Let me just repeat. Dead, dead, dead. Forget it. And if somebody's in your life that you can't have the conversation with, because I'm not silly, I understand there's people you can't have this conversation with. They'll carry you in a merry-go-round and you'll never be able to. Either way. You have to get comfortable with understanding that time for people's approval is over. And if you're not sure, I want you to write it down. I don't expect anybody to approve what I'm doing.
I like that exercise. Write it down. I don't expect anybody to approve
what I'm doing.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't need to be tapped on the back and comforted. You do not pay my bills. I'm giving that a moment because I want you to really hear that and I want you to go do it. Okay, guys, go do it. Because once you get this done, every time it comes up or you feel this way, look it up. If you stick it in your office, stick it in your office. Put it in your purse. If it's really hard for you, put it everywhere. And I want it to be the thing that comes up and you say it. Every time it comes up, I want you to say it. This little exercise sounds silly, but it's so doable. When I first started on the computers, I would ask my kids how to do this, how to do that, how to do that. And they'll give me attitude or sometimes they'll help me. And sometimes I realize they might never know what to do depending on what I was doing. And I said to myself, Kai, you need to learn how to do X, Y, and Z. And what I did, I took classes. I go to YouTube. I read a lot about it because the things I wanted to learn them without having to depend on somebody to come do it because I was doing whatever I was doing. And this was part of what needed to get done. Thank God. And I had to put up a sign. Don't ask whoever I was asking at the time to help me with the computer because X, Y, and Z, la-da-dee-da. And I'm telling you, I would read it. Every time I had a problem, I just look up at the sign. Every time I had a problem, I just look up on the sign. And little by little, I just cease. Because my body, our brain, like to go back into the comfort zone that I talked about, a couple of weeks ago, and we want things easy, and we want things that is going to make it snap like this. And guys, I can't tell you this enough. If you want to go fast, you got to go slow. If you want to go fast, you've got to go slow.
Wow. That's like get somewhere and sit down.
Yes. You got to go slow. If you want to learn sales, if you've never sold anything, you got to have to learn how to use words, how to be warm, how to smile at people, how to have a random conversation with people in the grocery store. All of this is sales. People think sales is just, this is a script you call somebody and tell them. No, sales is so much more than that. It's get into the grocery store and smile, have a coffee, somebody behind you say, morning, how you doing? This is you teaching yourself to have conversation with strangers, because that's part of sales. Talk to people. Talk about silly things. Somebody just passed there. Somebody blow a horn. Somebody cut the light. Little things. And every day, if you're in sales, and we're talking money, so I'm going to tell you this right now. If you have a business, you need to be in marketing and sales. When you own a business, you're the doer. You do everything, right? And then you got to find people and leads. And that's part of your marketing. And then you actually have to sell to them to make the money so you can have a profit. And so while all that's going on, you're teaching yourself. So if every day you promise yourself, I'm going to talk to 3 new people, that's all you have to do. You don't even have to get their information. You just have to talk to them. 3 new people every single day. For the next, 25, 30, 90 days, I'm going to talk to 3 new people. For the first 30 days, I just want to talk to them. For the other 30 days, I want to get as much information from somebody, because you don't know who you're selling to right now. If you haven't sold, don't get caught up in the avatar situation, because you just don't know. Talk to everybody, and a pattern is going to start forming. I was showing my granddaughter the other day. I didn't purposely do it, but when you start working, you start moving in patterns. And the Christmas tree lights went on, and I didn't do it on purpose, but I can see how I did the lights in a swirl. That's my pattern. I like circles. I like things that swirl. And it just automatically happens, even when I have no intention behind it. But that's what I do. And I didn't notice until I noticed. You're going to start developing patterns for yourself. It's going to become easy. Very few times I get to the grocery store and I haven't spoken to somebody. Friday, I went with my mom to the grocery store. The guy was with his banana in his hands. He was looking for a plastic bag. I had one open already for my mom. For my mom, I just take it and I go at the bottom and swoop it up. I say, here you go. I could see what's going on. He goes, oh my gosh, thank you. Because his hands were full.
Yeah, the little things.
The little things. All the lady was trying to open a bag. She couldn't get it open to put in 2 potatoes. I went and opened her bag, put it in. We talk about her hand. We talk about arthritis, a few words.
Remedies too, and comforting, solving problems for people.
Yeah, I got in the line. We got checked out. Something with the 2 cashiers. I said something to the guy. 3 people right there. I didn't ask for their information. I'm not selling them anything. But I promise you guys, this is getting yourself comfortable. I'm just using this to show you. You might come out of an aisle. You got to make yourself aware. And I hear the guy asking the person who worked there which aisle something is in. He probably knew, he didn't know. I said, oh, we just came from that aisle. If you go way down, halfway down the line to your right, you'll see to the bottom. He's like, thank you, because I've been looking around in circles. Done. You can start.
You just never know who you're helping.
You never know who you're helping, how it's going to come back, and how it's going to help you. And that's how the world works. That's how God works things. You're going to get help when you start helping, because selling is helping people solve a problem, giving them a solution to that problem.
Absolutely. Wow.
So, guys, don't try to get approval. Instead, work your business. Go talk to people. As I said, whatever to write up, so that's out of the way. So that's taken a part of it, right? That's gone. You don't have to do anything for approval. Do it because you're going to do it. If you're going to clean your house, it's not because your mother-in-law coming over or your mom coming. No, because you can clean your house, because you want a tidy place. If you can do it, pay for somebody to come in and do it.
Yes.
Then don't pick it apart when they do it. point out the things that wasn't done well, yes, but don't pick it apart, because what you're doing is you're not approving yourself. You're not feeling deserving of the service to come in and help you. So you're picking it apart so you can
Say
go back to
what?
cleaning.
So you have an excuse not to do it.
Yes.
Oh
Or
my.
you have an excuse not to pay somebody. And I had that discussion with a client of ours years ago. She hired us. She had us for 2 years. And on the second year, I could see she started figuring out she didn't need us anymore. And I said to her, if you want the service to come to an end, it's great. But if you're trying to clean yourself, when you specifically tell me that you got a lot of pain because there's an issue going on, I'm not going to say which way, because I've noticed some things, you know, I got a report back because I had a girl clean there. And she says, Caren, I'm so glad you talked to me about this, because I was ready to get back into cleaning, forgetting why I first hired you. She was coming off of work. She was going to work part-time instead of full-time. And the family dynamics were changing. The kids were off to college. And I guess hubby probably say, well, you're going to be home half of the day. Why do we need cleaners in? And she was ready to get back into clean. And I say, why? You're in your 50s. You don't need to clean your home. You keep it reasonably well. If you want us to do less time, we can come in and do certain areas and leave others. But think about it. She goes, Caren, I'm so glad we talk. I'm so glad we talk. I said, you don't even have to keep us. If you want somebody else that's more reasonable, again, I don't mind. She ended up staying with us for like 4 or 5 years until she fully retired. And she told me, Shakira, the only reason I'm letting you guys go is because we're selling and I'm downsizing.
So the whole thing is, sometimes when we are so-called being budget conscious or thrifty, what we're really doing is saying we don't deserve to celebrate ourselves. We don't deserve rest. We don't deserve to be kind to ourselves.
Yes.
Whereas we would tell a neighbor, girl, don't get rid of that cleaner. We tell our girlfriend, don't do that.
Yes, that's exactly what we do. That's exactly what we do. When you feel you're deserving, you will take it. You will go for a walk with your dog, and the clients again will do that. Thank you, Caren. Thank you for sending the girls, because I got to go walk my dog, speak with my neighbor. I even went and have a coffee. Put cleaning in your budget if it's not there. Even if you can't afford it right now, call around, get a quote, and put it on the budget. I call it the look ahead budget. If you haven't done one, write it out. Write a look ahead budget. All the things that you know that you can't put right now in that budget, put it on the look ahead budget. And see what it's going to cost you. And see what that means for you to get there. Guys, whatever you work for, whatever your business bring in, if you're not where you want to be, it's never going to be enough. That's just the way it works. But then the minute you decide I can pay $240 for a cleaner, all of a sudden the money works. The minute you decide I can pay for somebody to come in and prep my food, I love cooking, but I want to prep. I want a sous chef in. The sous chef, you can pay for the sous chef. I promise you. The minute you decide you can pay for things, you can pay for them. And I used to make $6.68 an hour. And when I started recognizing that I can buy an ice cream bar, that was all I needed. I needed an ice cream bar every paycheck. And I did. Not because I needed it, but it forced me. And once I was able to give myself an ice cream bar, I started adding different things. And the same money that was just enough starts stretching and doing other things. Now, yes, I extend it and I grow it. But the point is, what I'm making out here for you is you need to understand that everything that you make it is just enough until you decide it is not so. If you never read The Richest Man of Babylon, is a book to read. Right? It talks about the person, what have you, and maybe guys is better that way. But I have known from the beginning that if you've got 10 cents, you need to put it away. I don't care how much it is. Put it away, because you're gonna, it's gonna help you. It's never about the money. It's the behavior. It's what it does to the mind, what it encourages you to do, and how you grow. You start recognizing. Plus, I don't know if I said it in the planning, but if in your plans, when you were planning, I want to just top this in here, and you decide next year I want to make 2025 $100,000 for the year. 500,000, whatever that number is. I want you to sit with yourself and understand what you need, what kind of work need to go into making that kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
You need to know so that all your sales and marketing is geared towards that. Just thought I'll bring that to the table if I didn't. Can't remember if I did, so I wanted you to know. And number 3, before I go, is when will you not let that be so? Like, when will you not let this happen? And it's not a long process. The minute you decide, it is so. The follow-up is the things I said. The minute you decide, what will you decide? You have to decide. The decision is going to make you believe that you're deserving of the things that you said you want.
Say that again.
Terry's a little lost. So I'm going to say it again. The minute you decide that you're deserving, you'll be able to get the things you want. Now, I know that there's no magic, and you know that there's no magic. But little by little, it comes. When you don't recognize what is coming to you, it feels like you're getting nothing, even if you believe. Because I've had people say this to me, that I'm coaching. They're like, Coach, you said, if I believe, I'll get it, but I believe, but nothing is happening. I said, but you're not doing anything, because you can pray, but no works. It's dead. You got to still do. So what are you doing? If you have a business and you're charging $35 for whatever, but you're putting back the whole $35 into the business, how are you going to grow to anything? Because there's none to see. Sorry, but as human beings, we like to see results. Mm-hmm. So if all you did was take $1 or $2 out of the 35 and claim that as the business profit, you'll start to see money in the business. See what I mean?
Okay.
And if you start seeing yourself improving, you'll see the business improve. Because until you have employees, it's you in every area of your business, right? You're the marketer, you're the sales rep, you're the maker, you're the advertiser, you're the face. Until you start employing people, you've got 5 to 10 jobs in your business. And if you're not paid for any of those jobs at all, you get despondent and you revert back to, am I deserving it? You don't say, am I deserving? Here's what you say. Is this really for me? Should I really be doing it? Does it make any sense? You question yourself and you find something new, and the same problems follow you because you didn't solve it the first time, and you don't even notice because it doesn't show up right away. So the new project, the new maker, the new buyer, seller, whoever you are, is going to see a lot of quick results in the beginning, but you're going to revert back to it because you haven't solved it. Guys, when you build your business big enough, you become the best market and sales rep in your business because that's what drives it. It didn't matter if you hire a marketing team. It didn't matter if you hire a sales team, because you are still the driver. You're in that seat. The minute they bring something to do, you can look at it. No, that wouldn't work. That's not where we're going with. No. Here are the pointers. Here's what the company believes in. Here's our mission statements. Here's the value. Here's what we look after. How is the sales? We didn't get any leads. What are we doing? What are we not doing right? Why is this not working? Oh, there's the whole. You can see it. You can't be uninvolved unless you have a right-hand man who is stepping in for you. And most of us are not there, right? And even so, even when I have my general manager look after the guards and the cleaning, she's still checking with me. I don't have to be with everybody else, but she checking with me. She go give the estimate. She go check and make sure the cleans are great. And she checking with me. And if she's having difficulty, she's like, Karen, I don't think this is going to work, but here is, my summary. I'm waiting for your reply. And we know if we need the client or we won't take the client. Because if the client is too much trouble, we're not taking them. Because the trouble is going to pass on. And it don't matter how much money they're paying us. It makes no sense for the business as a whole.
Wow.
So these are things you need to really wrap up and understand. So you're not deserving don't mean you only say the word. Your action, how you sabotage yourself, as I begin talking about, how you decide, the things you take away from yourself is the biggest one. The things you take away from yourself is the biggest one, the biggest culprit.
Really, Coach? That's an indicator that something's going on.
Yes.
That we feel that we don't deserve it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I tell people all the time, when you have nothing, stop taking things off the list. because you're saying, well, I can't do this. No, no, no. Keep them on the list and figure out how it can be possible.
Oh my goodness. You know something? You have snuck into our minds again to tell us, Coach, what's really going on up there when we're making these kinds of decisions, when we're talking cutback instead of prosperity. And it's the same talk that we go through when we are talking about what might happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's never even taken place, right?
Right. Right.
But we're prepared for the what we call the inevitable defeat,
Yes.
or emergency,
Yes.
or natural disaster, whatever.
Yes.
And most of the things that we worry about never happen. 98% of the things that we worry about never take place.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my gosh. This is eye-opening. We want to thank you, Coach, because we got a comment over here. Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Tachi.
Morning,
Yes,
Doc. Morning, Doc.
what you call the sneaky fears.
Yes.
And the moment we start worrying about what people think, that is a turnaround moment.
Yeah, we go in a rabbit hole.
It's just unbelievable. So, guys, Coach, we want to thank you for pulling us out of the rabbit hole so that we can get ready to start out right.
Yes.
And to get on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
And this is, I know that, I see your Christmas tree back there, but this is an evergreen message.
Yes, it is.
Because these sneaky fears come all times of the year.
All types. All types.
And they usually come in the middle of a victory.
Yes. Yes.
Girl, you know you don't deserve this.
Yes.
Are you serious? You've been working all your life for this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Come on. Savor the moment, ladies.
Please.
Savor the moment, gentlemen. Get ready for a great, great opportunity that's about to come true because you didn't worry about what other people had to say about you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh my gosh. So with that, Coach, we just want to remind everybody, if you're looking to get in touch with Coach Caren, you can find her at Caren Fern on Instagram, Profits in Daily on Facebook and Instagram. And also, you can also book an appointment with Coach Caren. We're going to put that link in the comments so that you can get ready for the coming year. Oh my gosh. I'm going to copy that right now. You can see it on the screen in case you want to take a screenshot. But let me put this in the chat. We all need to start out right. And by doing so, we can get ahead on what's coming up in the future. Go ahead and book that appointment with Coach Caren. As you can see, she's got a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience. And so you can avoid the pitfalls that she's already paid for. Oh my gosh. I say that all the time. You can either take this mistake that I've already paid for, or you can buy one for yourself. It's a lot less expensive.
Expensive, yes, I like that.
The wisdom that I've gained from experience, because experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. Oh my gosh.
True.
Guys, if you're looking to become a part of BizChicks, simply text Biz to 33777, or you can find us at bizchicks.net. We'd love for you to be a part of our community so we can share with others what it is you do and how you serve. With that, we want to remind you it's good to make money in your business. So go to the front of your own line.
Please.
Everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, Coach.
Bye-bye.